View here, we're going to be talking about the bad cards from the Red Eye support. Only reason why I say they're bad is I don't think level 6s match this deck very well. Sure, they're level 6 and they say Red Eyes, but I'm just not the biggest fan of them. And the Ritual Monster, in my opinion, is bad because it's a Ritual Monster. But without further ado, let's go into it. So we got the Red Eye, or the Black Dragon Archfiend, sorry. It's a fusion, uses an Archfiend and a Red Eyes monster. They both have to be normal. I'm not a big fan of running these kind of cards. I'm not a big fan of Archfiend cards. And so I believe this is a fusion. And what it does is you can only control one. If this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects to the end of the damage step. This is a very interesting card. And the second effect is at the end of the battle phase, if a fusion card, this fusion card attacked or was attacked, you can target a Red Eyes normal monster in your graveyard and inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack, then return that target to the deck. I don't feel like this has synergy with the rest of the cards. The reason why I say that is, shuffling back the card sucks, because you can't use it with any of the other traps at all. Sure, you can reuse it with the Red Eye Fusion, but you're running enough of the normal level 7s, if you're running this the way I think you'll run it, that you'll have no issue getting this. And you have to run the Archfiend cards, which I don't like them, especially the fact that it has to be a normal Archfiend. And I believe this Archfiend is a Gemini, which means it's only treated as a normal monster while it's face up on the field or in the graveyard, so you have to get it to the graveyard first. His effect is, it's the Red Eyes Lightning Lord Evil Archfiend. So it's an Archfiend and a Red Eyes monster, and it's got the whole lightning thing in there because they like to add that sometimes. I don't feel like this is going to be good. 2500 attack, 12 defense, so it's basically Summon Skull. It's a Gemini. This is a normal monster face up on the field or in the graveyard. You can normal summon this monster to have it. You can normal summon this face up monster that is treated as a normal monster to be treated as an effective monster with the effect of once per turn, destroy all face up monsters your opponent control with defense lower than this card's attack, which is a lot of cards. And so if you get his effect off, you do a lot of damage. Only problem is he is a level 6 monster that does nothing in your hand or in your deck. And the rest of this deck is supposed to be able to send it. But you have to fuse with this card on the field. You cannot make the fusion unless you already summoned him. And yes, you can normal summon this guy, but I feel like your normal summon should be used for something better. Like maybe the Red Eyes Stone, or what is it? The Black Stone Legend. So I don't feel like you would want to waste your normal summon on this card. Now, there are other cards you can run, obviously, to try and promote this summon. And yes, it's got a pretty decent effect if you can summon it. But what this card does for the deck is so little in comparison to other things. Like, yes, it's a normal Red Eyes monster, which is helpful for some aspects of the deck. But I do feel overall it's just not the best for it. So if you control Red Eyes monster, you can target a normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it, is what the trap does. So that's good. And then you've got the Red Eyes Jewel thing, which is send a Red Eyes level 7 monster from your hand to the graveyard. Then you can send a level 7 Red Eyes monster from your deck to the graveyard. Since it's level 7 monster, it doesn't say level, I thought it said level 7 or lower. Send a level 7 Red Eyes monster from your deck to the graveyard. If it said level 7 or lower, that would be good. Because then you could send one, send another, send it back, and basically it would be draw 2 cards, add a card, or something silly like that. And it would be nice because you could actually get some plus situations out of this. But you can't even, like, I don't like the level 6 because it's a level 6 monster that doesn't have that much synergy. If it's in the graveyard already, you can do things with it. But how are you going to get it there? That's the biggest issue I'm having with it. Next one is Lord of Red. It's a ritual monster, can only be summoned by Red Eyes Transmigration. Once per turn during either player's turn when a card or effect is activated, target a monster on the field, destroy it. Once per turn during either player's turn when a card effect is activated, you can target a spell or trap card and destroy it. So, you can have only one out, is it? I think you can have as many out as you want. Let's see, the ritual spell says ritual summon a guy by banishing or tributing from your... Okay, so tributing from your hand or field or banishing Red Eye monsters from your graveyard whose total levels are 8 or more. I don't feel like you want to banish your cards. That's like a personal thing. The way that this deck seems to work is you want to constantly be recurring things. And he's got a pretty decent effect. Once per turn during the other player's turn, when a card or effect is activated, other than his own, you can target a monster or a spell and destroy it, which is cool. It is a cool effect. It's only got 2400 attack. Once again, it's level 8. which is so bad. I feel like, yes, they're trying to make it so you couldn't just tribute Red Eyes for this, but I feel like it needed that. It needed that ability to be able to just tribute that, because it needs something to push it. This level 7 monster, it should be like you can only tribute Red Eyes monsters, right? Tributing monsters from your hand or field or banishing Red Eyes. It should have said tributing Red Eyes monsters only, so that way you could only use Red Eyes support for this. But I feel because it's level 8, you're going to have to burn through more resources than you want to, and it's going to be a little inconsistent, because once again, it's a ritual monster, and ritual monsters are not the best, in my opinion, just because they can be easily stopped, because you have to summon it from your hand, which says you're already in a bad situation. I feel like this little 4 cards is unnecessary support that won't actually do anything. You might be able to tech 1 copy of the Gemini monster, but I believe you have to, because it's not a normal monster in the deck, you won't be able to fusion summon for this guy. So that part was weird to me, why they specified having an Archfiend normal monster. I'm not certain. Tell me what you think about these cards in the comment section below. If you guys think these cards belong on the good list, or if you think something I put on the good list on the bad one, tell me down in the comment section below here. Go check out the other video. I put a link in the description for this. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And as always, have a wonderful day. Yeah.